a full guide on how you can get max tier brawlers fast in Brawl Stars. Now, as you guys know, Brawl Stars recently released max tiers, and with these max tiers, you can gain a bunch of season trophies which can be put towards a trophy box, and these trophy boxes give you so many rewards, dude. But a lot of players are struggling to get max tier brawlers fast, and because of this, players aren't able to get these crazy trophy boxes that give so many free rewards. But have no fear, Kashewz Gaming is here. By the end of this video, you will know how to get max tier brawlers fast in Brawl Stars, and yeah, you can flex on other Brawl Stars players and gain a bunch of season trophies fast. And yeah, make sure to like and subscribe because I'm on my way to 200,000 subscribers, so subscribe, okay? But yeah, the first way to get max tier brawlers fast is to structure a plan to get a max tier brawler. Now, you can't just wake up one day and decide, oh, I'm gonna push Poco to max tier in Heist because Heist is the best. No, it's best to create a plan and note down which brawlers you specifically want to push to the max tier. Now, I highly recommend that you choose brawlers that are currently in the meta and are breaking the game, or brawlers that literally take no skill to use, because if you use a broken brawler or no skill brawler, you're literally gonna dominate each game and get a max tier brawler, because these brawlers are in the meta and they're completely breaking the game. Now, here's a few brawlers that you can note down right now and push to the max tier. And yeah, these brawlers are currently in the meta and they are breaking the game right now. We got the new brawler Shade. He literally comes out in 17 minutes. We got Lou Gaming as well. We got Buzz Gaming. We got Kenji Gaming and the legend himself, Daryl Gaming. And there's so many other brawlers that are currently in the meta that you can push to the max tier right now. So make sure to do your research, okay? You really want to research the current Brawl Stars meta to see which brawlers are breaking the game, and just note these brawlers down, okay? You also want to research which game modes are best for these brawlers that you're going to be pushing to the max tier, and I will explain more of that later in the video. And yeah, if you've made it this far into the video, comment which brawler you're trying to get to the max tier. But yeah, the next way to get a max tier brawler fast is to take advantage of Brawl Stars events. Like right now, we have the Angel versus Demons event going on, and this event is giving players so many opportunities to get trophies fast. Like if you have all these broken abilities, for example, you can literally take advantage of this and get a bunch of free wins. Like some of these abilities are so broken, dude. For example, this one right here. And yeah, you can use these abilities in the game modes that have the Angels versus Demons icon thing. Now, unfortunately, this event is literally about to end, but I'm sure that Brawl Stars will definitely cook up another event that you can take advantage of. These events usually have limited time modes where players can use crazy abilities, and these modes can help you push trophies fast and reach the max tier. And you also have a chance of getting a bunch of free rewards, which is really good for progression. I mean, we recently had the SpongeBob event, and that was when Brawl Stars introduced Trio Showdown and that jellyfish game mode thing, and players managed to take advantage of this event and they gained a ton of trophies, dude. It was actually crazy. But yeah, make sure to take advantage of these Brawl Stars events because you can easily get a bunch of trophies from the limited time events, and that will help you get a bunch of max tier brawlers very fast, okay? Here is another way to get a bunch of max tier brawlers fast, so listen up, okay? And that is to play the correct game modes for the brawler you're trying to push to max tier. But you're probably wondering, how do I figure out which game mode is best for the brawler I want to push? Now listen, you can see what the latest meta is looking like for the brawler you want to push and which game modes that brawler is best in. Then all you have to do is note these game modes down and play each game mode with the brawler you're trying to get to max tier. And whatever game mode you're best in, just grind out that game mode, okay? Like if you end up getting most of your wins in Gem Grab and you get no wins in Brawl Ball, just don't play Brawl Ball. But yeah, let's say that I want to push the legend himself, Buzz Gaming, to the max tier. Buzz is really good in game modes like Gem Grab and Bounty. So these are some of the game modes that I'm going to be playing Buzz in. And whichever game mode I end up getting the most wins in, I'm just going to end up playing that game mode more because Buzz is also really good in game modes like Heist as well. So if you're trying to push Buzz, literally just play him in game modes like Gem Grab, Heist, Brawl Ball, and Bounty, and you can get him to the max tier, okay? But now let's say that you want to push Poco to the max tier. If you play Poco in game modes like Heist, you're gonna get whacked out of existence, dude. Yo, what just happened? You want to play Poco in game modes like Gem Grab instead because he won't get cooked, okay? Now the point is, you want to play game modes where your brawler is actually good and could do something. Otherwise, you're probably gonna get whacked out of existence and reach minus 1,000 trophies. So yeah, make sure to play the correct game modes for the brawler you're trying to push to the max tier, or no max tier brawler, okay? Also, make sure to avoid solo showdown because there's way too many teamers and you'll lose even more trophies, okay? Now, another way to get max tier brawlers fast is to play with a good team in 3v3 game modes. Now, you're probably wondering, how do I find a good team in this Brawl Stars game thing? Now, in order to find a good team in Brawl Stars that can carry you to a max tier, you literally just have to play the game, okay? Now, let's say that you're playing a game of Brawl Ball and you're consistently getting wins with a random team. What you can actually do is play again with this team. That way, you guys can end up playing more matches and get even more wins. And this can lead to you getting even more max tier brawlers fast. You really want to make sure that you're playing with a good team that can coordinate properly and knows the overall meta of the game. This will maximize your chances of getting even more wins, and you can get a max tier brawler even faster. You can also invite some of your high ranked club members and they can carry you to a max tier very fast. And yeah, you can also use a search for a player feature as well if you're still struggling to find a team. All right, here is another way to get max tier brawlers fast in Brawl Stars, and this tip is very important, okay? And that is to max out the specific brawler that you're trying to get to the max tier. Now, this is really important because once you start gaining a bunch of trophies and you hit the higher tiers, you're going to be playing against players who have maxed out brawlers with the most insane builds, and they will literally melt you, bro. I mean, just imagine you're a power 4 Daryl and a power 11 Colt comes out of nowhere and just whacks you out of existence. What can you do, man? But yeah, let's say that I'm trying to push Sandy up to the max tier. I want to make sure that I have Sandy up at power 11. Yo, I don't even have him at power 11. What is this? All right, there you go. Ready? Now we have him at power 11. Now, once I have Sandy maxed out, I want to figure out which build is best for Sandy. And I also need to make sure that I have his hypercharge, which I actually have it. Wow. Now, having all these things will put you at an advantage against other players, and you will have a much better chance of winning. So if you have a maxed out brawler, there's going to be times where you're going to be at an advantage against low power brawlers, but there's also going to be times where you're against maxed out sweats. Now, when creating a build for your maxed out brawler, I highly recommend choosing the shield gear as one of your gears because you literally get more health, dude. Now, the second gear, on the other hand, would really depend on the brawler you're using and what game mode you're playing. If I'm using Mortis, for example, I would obviously select my first gear as a shield gear, but for the second gear, I would end up selecting this mythic gear right here because it is completely broken, dude. Now, some brawlers actually have this mythic gear and some brawlers don't, so the second gear really depends on what brawler you're using and what game mode you're playing, and even the map you're playing as well. Like, if I'm using Shelly, for example, in Bounty, and the map is just completely covered in bushes, I would obviously use shield as the first gear, and for the second gear, I would either use a speed gear or vision gear. This is because the speed gear would give me a speed increase in the bushes, and the vision gear also ends up revealing opponents for 2 seconds, so this gear would be very helpful if the map is completely covered in bushes, okay? But yeah, this next tip to get a max tier brawler fast is for any free-to-play players or players who are still unlocking brawlers, and that is to unlock easy to use brawlers or brawlers that are currently in the meta right now. Now, in the credit road thing, you sometimes have the ability to choose which brawler you want to unlock, or you can even choose between 2 brawlers. Now, you usually want to choose brawlers that are currently breaking the game or brawlers that are in the meta right now. Like over here, I can either choose to unlock 8-bit or Tick. I'm obviously picking 8-bit. No one likes you, Tick. You usually want to make sure that you choose a brawler that's easy to use, and you want to make sure the brawler is also in the meta. This will make it much easier for you to learn how to use a brawler and push it up to the max tier faster. You don't want to choose a complicated brawler like Chuck. Otherwise, it's going to take you 40.5 Chuck guide videos to learn how to use Chuck. But yeah, if you're still unlocking brawlers, make sure to do some research on the current Brawl Stars meta and unlock brawlers that are currently breaking the game and are the easiest to use. Then just push them in 3v3 game modes and start getting those max tier brawlers, okay? But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, click on this video to see the best tips to get trophies fast in Brawl Stars.